Oh, hey everybody! Look who's back over on the Steam forums, over on the Starfield forums. It's Jennifer. They're back, guys. Look, I'm making a follow-up video for two reasons. The first reason being that people didn't understand what I was trying to say in the first video, and they think that I'm just trying to, pick on the left. Look, I'll speak against this stuff. Y'all know how I do. I speak against it. You can find me on Odyssey speaking against it. I don't hate anybody. I'm a Bible-believing Christian who, is not allowed to speak over here anymore. So my voice doesn't matter in normie land. I got to go to alternative media sites in order to speak to people about stuff like this without getting my account shut down. But hey, I think it's more important to point out to you that somebody's agitating the left and the right, which is this person right here, who isn't being banned, by the way, which makes this highly suspicious because, well, I'm willing to bet that 95% or more of my audience has interacted with the Steam forums and has caught a ban once or twice. It's not hard to do, is it? So y'all have experience with this, and this person is back again. They're back again. And I showed you where they said something that you would find an alt-right person saying, right? I'm not going to repeat what they said, but they're talking trash to stir up the left, and they're talking trash to stir up the right. So today we're going to talk about Hegelian dialectic. That's right, Hegelian dialectic. It's something that most people should be taught about in school. Well, they're not going to teach you that because this is kind of how they play society. You know the meme, the Metal Gear Solid meme?
They played us like a damn fiddle!
That's us. It turns out that's us because we've been getting played. So while I am all about preaching scripture and preaching against this kind of stuff, especially when they start messing with children, well, I don't want to be called a fool. Getting drawn into conflict when that's precisely what it's meant to do, is just incite conflict. Because this kind of stuff is happening everywhere. It's not just over here. Now, you will notice these people have a protected status that you and I do not enjoy on the right. That's not by mistake, because it's harder to get the right pissed off. But when the right does get pissed off, exactly. So, when the right finally does do what the government wants the right to do and rise up, they're going to be ready for it. I could show you all sorts of stuff on drone technology and how easy it is to just take out anybody. Now, Elon Musk will tell you about it.
Here's an AI racing a human. It's not pre-programmed, it's controlled by a neural net, with the aim of helping in search and rescue missions. Of course, there's another side to it.
You can make a swarm of assassin drones for very little money by just taking the Face ID chip that's used in cell phones and having a small explosive charge and a standard drone, and have them just do a grid sweep of the building until they find the person they're looking for, ram into them and explode. You can do that right now. No new technology is needed. Right now.
So yeah, there's people, they're like, we need to fight. All right, well, and the Bible tells us that we do fight. And Satan overcomes the saints who fight. I know, it's kind of depressing, but stick with me because in the end we win, You know that scene where Gandalf comes back, the Battle of Helm's Deep? I keep referencing the Lord of the Rings over and over again, but there's a point where it looks like everything is about to fall apart, and then at the final hour, yeah, that's kind of how Jesus does things. That's how he rolls. That's how this is going to work out. So this person over here, be careful. Okay, be careful, because all they're going to do is get you banned over here and maybe end up on some list. Not that that scares me, because I know I'm probably on every single one of them. When you claim Christ, you can't be afraid of men. That's just the way that it is, which is why I continue to expose this stuff, which all of you must know is not good for your health, right? Don't you think that if you were exposing people, that they might get a little irritated at some point and it might be a detriment to you? Just putting that out there. So yeah, this person over here thinks that I'm just all sorts of attacking the left, when that's not what this is about. All right, now I'm going to point them. I'm going to point them over here. I'm going to point them over here to show them how trannies were used in the past to destroy Weimar Republic and everything that has to do with all that stuff. Are they going to watch it? I don't know. Probably not. But if they do, they're going to have to They're going to have to sit down and think, re-examine their worldview, because there's some heavy stuff in there. And if you continue to follow the trail, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this guy's not lying to me. This stuff, oh, it really did happen. We really are being used. Oh, no. That's not good. So, yeah, we're in quite the situation here, folks. Let's take a look at Hegelian dialectic real quick. All right. So we're just going to dive into Normie Land here, because I think they'll be pretty genuine about it. It's kind of hard to cover this stuff up. The collection of philosophical movements that developed out of the thought of the 19th century German philosopher George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. The term is here so construed as to exclude Hegel himself and to include, therefore, only the ensuing Hegelian movements. All right, anyways, I'm not going to read all the blah, 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 blah. You guys can navigate over here and read all about this stuff, okay? Because it's a way of guiding societies, and the elite, they use it very successfully. Okay? There's all sorts of schooling that goes into this thing. It's just, man, it'd probably be better if I gave you an image. Well, look at something like this. It's not as complicated as it looks, really. It's just they create all the problems. They have the agendas, and then they guide you through to it, and then boom. Solution. Oh, this is getting into the reserve. I don't even want to say the beginning of that. The reserve. That begins with F. So you got to be careful what you say over here now, folks. But yeah, this is how it works. It's just a scheme. It's manipulation. All right, that's all it is. So yeah, you got to watch out. You don't want to be manipulated by somebody. Do you want to be somebody's fool? No. And I keep pointing the left and the people that are into this stuff, I keep pointing them over to my video, showing them how they indeed did this before in the past, and they used you, and then they brought the right up, and the right got really mad. This is good to watch too. Look this up. You can probably still find this in YouTube. Just type this in, Legendary Sin Cities, it'll pop right up. Berlin. Legendary Sin Cities, Berlin. You'll probably find the whole thing, all right? And just sit there and watch it. You don't need to hear me talking about it, all right? You're smart. You can figure it out. You know, go through and look at photos of people who hide their hand in their coat. You can find all sorts of people doing that in history. Napoleon did that. Even Washington did that. That's interesting. They call it the hidden hand. Now, I'm not exposing anything that hasn't been written in their own books, just so everybody knows. This is an influencer who is going to lie to your face. They're going to lie right to your face, and they're going to get, I don't know, millions of views doing it. You're not going to get the truth over on YouTube, and you don't understand what's going on with society, and I'm trying to wake you up to it. But yeah, trying to keep this on the shorter side, that's what's going on with society. So no, I don't trust stuff like this. I don't trust that this isn't some agent or somebody who's been hired, or even some AI that they programmed to start crap with people, because our reality is getting very strange, okay? You might have noticed that things are a little weird.
Probably a bigger risk than being hunted down by a drone is that AI would be used to make incredibly effective propaganda that would not seem like propaganda.
So these are deep fakes.
Yeah, influence the direction of society, influence elections.